Well, there's a lot of records that in baseball that I think are safe. Personally, I think one of them that are safe is Oral Hershiser's scoreless streak. I don't think that'll ever be broken again.
Oral Hershiser, and what a story this is. 49 consecutive scoreless innings, a shutout tonight, and he ties Drysdale. Let's see what happens here.
Well, unless Lasorda takes him out of the game, the fate is now in Oral's hands because the Dodgers cannot win in 9, so that means it's going to go at least 10 if he can shut him out. So it's in his hands.
And Flannery wants to turn it around. He's 1 for 3. Takes low for ball 1. Timmy does one thing so well. He makes you work. He makes you pitch. He'll get the base on balls if he can get it. He singled to center in the first, bounced to short in the third, bounced to second in the sixth. Pitch on the way to Tim. Inside, and it's 2-0. Hershiser falls behind Flannery. Here comes a big, big pitch.
Food for thought, although far-fetched. Tim Flannery's last home run came 2 years ago against Oral Hershiser.
And the 2-0 pitch on the way to Timmy. Ground ball right back to Oral. He got him. Over to first base, 1 away. Hershiser 2 outs away from tying the all-time record. Bottom of the ninth, no score in the ball game. Here's Tony Gwynn, who bounced to second 3 times. Here's Gwynn waiting. Pitched by Hershiser. Curve is in there for a strike. Outfield deep to the left side. Right center wide open. The infield straight away. Hamilton at third. Griffin at short. Sachs at second. Stubbs at first. Socha the catcher. Hershiser again into the windup. The 1-strike pitch. Swung on a miss. Gwynn went after a bad pitch. Strike 2. In the outfield, Kirk Gibson in left. John Shelby in center. Jose Gonzalez has replaced Mike Davis. The only change for either side in the game tonight. Gonzalez in defensively. The 2-strike pitch to Tony. Fastball. He busted that one inside. Almost hit him, and it's ball 1, strike 2. Believe me, gang, Hershiser does not want to hit Gwynn under any circumstances. That was in there tight, but that was not what he wanted to do. He just wanted to move him off a little. Didn't want to hit him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down. Gwynn waiting. The pitch by Oral coming up, and there's a ground ball to second for the 4th time. Tony has bounced out to second. Wow. 2 down, bottom of the 9th inning. Hershiser 1 out away from tying Drysdale's record. 4 outs away from a new world record for consecutive scoreless innings pitched. Martinez digging in, 18 home runs, waiting. They pitch on the way to Carmelo. Ground ball third on the line, up with it. Hamilton, long toss, and there's a tied record. Hershiser gets 58 in a row, and he's got a chance for more. After 9 full innings of play in front of 24,311, Padres nothing and the Dodgers nothing. Oral Hershiser has a piece of the record. He and Don Drysdale tied at 58 consecutive scoreless innings. So Hershiser, history coming up. Let's see if it happens. Here's Oral into the windup. The pitch on the way to Marvell. On the corner for strike 1. Hershiser, if he gets through this one, 3 outs, he'll have set a new record. And Don Drysdale sitting just to our left, his record will have fallen. The 1-strike pitch. Swung on a missed, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. In the 10th inning, no score in the game. Both teams, 4 hits. Both teams, 1 error. Hershiser literally has not been threatened in the entire game. There's a fastball up and into Marvell. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Padres are still trying to get their first man to second base. They haven't.
Hershiser struck out only 2. He has walked none and allowed 4 hits. Hawkins has been brilliant as well. The 1-2 pitch coming up. Check swing, foul. Oh, the ball got by Socha on a half swing. He missed it, and down to first base goes Marvell Wynn. Holy smoke, can you believe that? Marvell Wynn struck out, and Socha flat missed the ball. Whether he was crossed up or not, we might have some history right there. Benito Santiago coming on. Things are getting kind of tight around here. Third strikeout for Hershiser, but it wasn't effective. There's a bunt off the bat of Benito Santiago that's fouled for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Bottom of the 10th inning. Hershiser going for the record. He needs 3 outs to set a new record. Marvell Wynn at first base. After striking out, the ball got by Socha. It went as a wild pitch. And suddenly, the Padres could be in business. Runner at first, nobody out. Benito Santiago waiting. Here's Hershiser, a set. Checks the runner at first. Kicks and pitches, and Benito goes for the bunt, but pulls the bat out of the way, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Hershiser has had a man on in the first inning when Flannery singled. Reddy got on an error in the second. A single by Wynn put him on in the 4th inning. A single by Wynn put him on in the 7th. And here in the 10th inning, the strikeout on the wild pitch gets him on there in the 10th. Alomar singled in the 8th inning with 2 down, but was picked off. So Hershiser has not had a lot of work from a standpoint of pitching with men on base. He's been in charge all night long, as has Andy Hawkins, who's trying to get the win. Hershiser sets, checks. Scioscia, ready, pitch on the way, and Benito bunts it. Up with it is Hershiser, makes the play to first, and nice play. They get the runner at first base, Benito Santiago, but down to second base with a winning run. Marvell Wynn. Here comes Randy Reddy. A wild pitch, a bunt, a runner at second, a base hit here could take the Padres to victory and deprive Hershiser of the record all by himself. But Hershiser trying to grab it right here, trying to take the bull by the horns. Got Randy Reddy up there. It was safe on an error, bounced to second, bounced to short. Curveball is up and in. That was a bad pitch by Hershiser. He might be getting tired.
Now, you look at the Dodger outfield right now. They're all playing fairly shallow. They figure if Reddy drills one over their heads, fine. And don't forget, you got Fort Knox guarding home plate, Mike Scioscia.
And you mentioned earlier, Dave, they're playing for the record. They're not playing for the game. They're trying to give it to Hershiser. Here's the 1-0 pitch coming up. Reddy waits on the way. Ground ball to the shortstop. Griffin grabs it. Play to first base, 2 down. The winning run to third base. And now Hershiser unofficially 58 2/3. Don Drysdale unofficially 58 2/3. 1 more out gives Hershiser a brand new record.
Well, Ron Peronowski has gone to the mound, and I'm sure what they're discussing, would you rather pitch to Templeton, who's the hitter, or a choice of about 8 men on the Padre bench?
So Tempe will get the walk. And it is Keith Moreland coming on.
Well, you're talking about a guy who's had a reputation for being one of the best 2-out hitters in the National League in the last 10 years, going against a man who is trying to set an all-time major league record. And boy, you talk about drama. It's gone right to the wire. And you add to that the fact that a wild pitch or a passed ball would score a run. There's a lot of pressure around, folks.
There goes Tempe as Hershiser winds, and it's in there for a strike. Hershiser obviously figures, go ahead, Steele, do all you want. I'm going after the batter. So Tempe trots down to second base. No stolen base there. Hershiser took his windup and let him go. Man, oh man, oh man. 10th inning. Hershiser wants it bad. Padres want to win the ball game. The 1-strike pitch to Moreland. On the corner, strike 2. Woo! No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Hershiser now, even he feels the pressure. You can see it. He's walking around after every pitch, digging at the rubber, kicking the rubber, looking around. Ready to go now. Looks at Scioscia. Checks his outfield again. Outfield to the left side. Infield straight away. Moreland waiting. Here comes a major, major pitch of the night, of the year, maybe of this century. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Hershiser ready. Into the windup. Moreland waits. Pitch on the way. Foul back. Had a good cut at that one, too. No balls, 2 strikes. That's the first time Moreland went for it, and he had a good cut at it. Fouled it all the way, but it was fouled back for strike 2.
One of the questions you wonder about here, he's gone with 3 consecutive fastballs to Moreland. Would he throw the breaking ball and risk throwing one in the dirt? Only Hershiser can answer that.
I think right now Oral Hershiser is looking up at stairs and saying, look it, you guide me. I don't know what to do. It gets to the point in these situations where it is so tense and so dramatic, it's hard to say, what'll I do? Because you're afraid if you do that, it could be wrong. So the best thing to do is just put your hands on the guy above and let her go. Here's Moreland waiting. Runners moving off second and third. Hershiser delivers, and just off the corner by an eyelash. I don't know how Keith took that pitch. A ball and 2 strikes.
No argument from Scioscia or Hershiser. The ball was clearly off the edge.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. 2 out. Bottom of the 10th. Game winner down at third base in the person of Marvell Wynn. Hershiser winds again. The right hand of the 1-2 pitch. And there's a drive to right field. He's going to put it away. Gonzalez is under it. And Hershiser sets a new all-time consecutive scoreless inning pitch record at 59. Oh, doctor, I mean, that is something. Man, man. History was born right here at San Diego Jack Murphy Stadium. The crowd is coming off the field to the cameraman. There must be 20 of them out there, all taking Hershiser's picture. Dramatic bit of baseball right here at the stadium as Hershiser sets a new record of 59 consecutive scoreless innings, 6 shutouts, and a 10-inning job.
My fondest memory about the streak is that it happened during a championship year. I mean, it's one thing to do something on an individual basis, but it's another thing when it contributes to a world championship. So at times there was more pressure to win the games for the team than there was to throw a shutout for this record. And having Don alive as a broadcaster there during the whole time was very, very special. He was one of the guys that really baseball players respected, and when you think about your past and you think about growing up a Dodger and you think about, you know, who are the people you would want to emulate on the mound, the presence and getting people out, to even come close to his record would have been unbelievable.